It's the Line Dance Connection. Come on. It's the Line Dance. Yeah, it's the Line Dance Connection. Come on. Let's work.
Oh, hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. I'm your host, Queen Sheila, the Executive Director of the Line Dance Connection in Tampa, Florida, and the founder of Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. Today, we have a special co-host with me today and a very, very, very important interview. I'm going to bring her in right now. Here she is, none other than Zandra Hill, coasting all the way from
Montgomery,
Alabama.
Yes. Hello, Line Dance family. Thank you for having me, Queen. Wonderful.
Yes,
I'm missing our boy. Yes, I'm missing our boy. But it's an honor to be here. Yes,
thank you so much. And today we have a special guest all the way from Richmond, Virginia. We have with us today Carlos Ferreira Jr., the Line Dance Prince. And we're going to bring him in right now. Hey, there he is. Hey, Carlos.
Hey.
How you doing? What's happening? Good.
Happy to be
here. Good. And welcome.
Yeah, we're happy to have you.
Awesome. Welcome to Line.
Yes. I'm going to start with our vision statement, and I'm just going to summarize. Basically, it is a podcast to bring line dancers and instructors together around the world to do a face recognition with a name. So now when they hear Carlos Ferreira Jr., they'll know who the Line Dance Prince is. So now everybody can see who you are, those who don't know you, okay? So you can't hide no more. They know you now. So that's basically what it is, to bring us all together in one place. So it's a one-stop shop so you can see everybody. Okay, so I'm ready to ask some questions. What about you, Zonda? You ready?
Absolutely. I can't wait to learn a little bit more about this Line Dance Prince we have on the other end.
Yes. Tell us about yourself, Carlos.
Well, line dance wise, I've been dancing probably for about going on 11 years now.
Okay.
And it just started off as something to do socially,
Okay.
I was a young single guy, and I was like, where are the ladies at? And a lady I worked with was like, well, they got this line dancing thing going on Tuesday nights at this place called Lucille's. And I was like, okay, let me go check it out. And then that's just where it all started, man. Just going to socialize and have a good time.
Okay. So where did you get the name, the Line Dance Prince? Where did that come from?
Well, that didn't come until actually I started teaching a class. Okay. It was kind of like a branding thing. I wanted to have something to kind of step myself apart from the rest of the line dance community. And it was a lot of line dance kings, and I didn't want to step on any.
Yes.
I didn't want to step on any toes. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like me, kind of like knowing my place. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, got you.
Just getting in there.
Okay, so you say you've been dancing for 11 years. So when did you start your teaching?
Like a lot of instructors, your instructor might miss a class or ask you to fill in, or could you kind of find yourself in class teaching. You be in the back kind of pointing stuff out, and then people was always like, you should teach, you should be a teacher. And I was like, no, I'm just here to have a good time, not that serious. And then the guy who taught me pretty much everything I know, Camille Patton, he's the line dance king here in Richmond. He has MS, and sometimes he wasn't able to go, wasn't able to move like he wanted to, and so he would miss classes. And then he would ask me to go, Carlos, the dances, the steps, go in there, just help me out, see if you can go, and then I would do that from time to time. And then people was like, "Oh, you're pretty good at this." I'm like, And then I got an opportunity to teach at a local gym. I guess they seen me, and it was like, well, come out here and check it out. And it was a referral from Camille, and then it was a hit from there. So I got lucky that I was introduced into the world from somebody who already had their foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't have to find the following. If that makes sense. Like, it was it was association type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yes. Okay, so tell me, what's the name of your group?
I don't have a group.
What?
It's so crazy because a lot of ladies that dance in my class,
Okay.
they would start a group up, and I'm anti-group, and the ladies give me reasons that make my point feel good. Like, I don't want anybody to get any type of leadership roles or feel like they're above other people that dance with us. And I do a lot of festivals and public events. And I remember one time I had picked 3 or 4 ladies to go up on stage with me and let the rest of the people stay on the floor in the ground level. And it could tell when stuff go to people's head, like it was so crazy. So like every event after that, I like everybody get on the floor. I'm the only person on stage. You guys don't know how to handle certain things. And then even little roles, like during class, like somebody was in charge of collecting the money, and they start like getting out of control with that power. And then it's like, look, nobody control the money. You go put the money in the box. There's an honor system. If you pay, you pay. You don't. Like, I don't want to give anybody, just come and dance. I want to eliminate all of that stuff. Like, just walk in the door, put your $2 in the bucket, and if we go from there and have a good time. So I try to eliminate all the stuff that groups tend to deal with, like fees and appointing people to do certain things, and then they unknowingly it leads to she thinks she better than me, all this other stuff. I don't want any of that. So I just line dance class on Tuesdays, come on in. I mean Mondays, come on, have a good time. And that's it. And they ask about it all the time. They want to get shirts, they want to get, they want to have a name and all that, but we don't have any issues that a lot of people deal with in line dance because of that.
Okay.
Nice.
Do you know where you met me, Carlos? Or you know where I met you?
No, I feel like I met you a lot of places.
Okay.
Was it UC?
UC Star Wars. We were in the room for instructors, and someone asked you that question. They said, how did you become the line dance prince? Why not line dance king? And you said, because I want to be different.
Yes, if you Google it, everybody watching it, if you Google the line dance prince, there's only going to one person showing up. Only one person going to pop up. Now, if you Google the line dance king, good luck.
Wow.
You Google the line dance prince, I'm the only face on it.
Okay. Well, maybe I need to become the princess.
I'm sorry.
See, you
Okay,
queen,
there you go,
and there are
Carla.
other queens. See, but you have so many
But
princesses
it's only one
in
queen.
your group.
But it's only
But right,
one QW. It's only one.
that's right.
A lot. I'm the only Q.
That's true. That's true. The only one that spells it like that.
That's what sets me
Yes.
apart. Go
So
ahead,
tell
Bobby.
me
You had a
this:
question?
how did you go from going to class just for fun um, to becoming like the cruise line dance party or cruise to go on? It's like I've heard so many people say, "Hey, you got to experience the line dance cruise." It is great. I mean, how did you go from there, from just wanting to have fun to now you are the cruise to attend?
Learning from a lot of other great events. When you start traveling, because like I think everybody wasn't introduced to line dancing in this huge like conventions every weekend type thing. It was like just a little small intimate bar or club or something, and you learned about it, and then you found out about all this other stuff. And then I think once I started traveling to UC Star Wars, I went to Houston for the H-Town Showdown with Pat Sell, and you start seeing these big events. You're like, wow, this thing is really nice. My mother has her own. She's a travel agent. Well, she has her own travel agency, and she came to me with the idea. She was like, Carlos, what do you think about putting together a line dance cruise? And I'm addicted to cruising, so I was like, let's do it.
Okay.
The only issue was I was new to this travel line dance thing. So it was like, who can I get to be a part of what I have, And once you get into that realm, it can get real difficult. So that's the growth. Our first cruise, we only had 88 people come with us, you know what I'm saying? And then it grew year after year after year as I met people from traveling and made connections and started talking to people. And then, I tell people this all the time, any big event in anything, line dancing, jazz festivals, whatever it is, it's not because of the person throwing, right? It takes a lot of people to put something together the size of 500-600 people, or bigger, like concerts and stuff.
Right.
So just like in music festivals where you have like, 4 or 5 artists that draw people, it's the same thing with line dancing. You can be attracted to the vibe or the, hospitality too. But I feel like if you put a collection of good people together, genuinely good people together, it'll be that much easier to have a successful, in this case, line dance event.
I was going to say something you said.
88 people the first year to our biggest one was 547, I think.
Wow. So are you looking? Go on, Queen.
One thing you said, Carlos, was that the biggest way to grow is to travel. I always tell people that as long as you stay home in your little base that you're used to, you don't learn as much. Not that you don't learn, because you can always learn something, but it's when you travel, when you get out, when you go different places, that's when you really learn about line dancing. How are they doing this dance? How do they teach? What's different about what they teach that maybe I can learn something from? Even I'm also an ELK, auxiliary, and I tell them that you don't learn from staying home. You got to travel. That's how you get the entire picture, is to travel. So that was something you said I thought was real interesting.
I struggle with that though, because I'm a full-time DJ, so I struggle with that because my weekends, I mean, especially before the pandemic. Right now, I am doing too much but before the pandemic, I was doing like 2 weddings a weekend, and so I travel, but it's regional type stuff. I really wasn't traveling the way I wanted to. And so I tell my mother all the time, if I was really traveling, I feel like the event would be that much bigger. Because what happens is if I support your event, you're going to want to instinctively support my event.
Right.
But
So what's your
I'm
goal?
gonna try to get that balance going forward.
So what would be your ideal goal as far as how many people are you really trying to attract on the cruise?
Well, our goal, our dream, me and my mother was to actually charter a whole ship. So that'd be like about anywhere from 1,400 to 2,000 people.
Nice.
And for that to happen, I mean, pretty much, I'm gonna need the whole community to go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if you ever talk to Cha Cha Slide, I'm gonna need you on my cruise. Like, I'm gonna need everybody, like, to be a part of something like that. Because the ship is so big, they got so many clubs, they got so many rooms, and so when you charter a whole ship, you're gonna need entertainment for all those spaces, you know. And so
That's right.
it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot to go into that.
Okay.
You'll be on it, all y'all be on it. It'll just be it have to be like that.
Okay. Nice. I actually now that you have the cruise, you didn't have the cruise last year, right?
Correct. And it was crazy because a lot of the stuff on the carnival side was being canceled like last minute because they didn't know. And so it was. I was surprised how many people were still waiting to go because we thought people were just going to like be backing out like crazy, and we were still at 400 people before they actually pulled the plug on. And I was like, people was really ready to risk it all. Like, I'm going. Let's go.
Nice. So what about, okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think you are planning one this year, right?
Yeah, it's still on for this year. It's on the fence, you know what I'm saying? We cruise out every August. Carnival hasn't said anything. Supposedly, the cruise is supposed to start back up in June. So as of right now, we're still on for August, but we are opening it up. Our registration is opening up right now for also next year.
Okay.
So a lot of people are jumping on next year because I think they're going to feel a lot more comfortable waiting like one more year or whatever, you know. So
what's the destination?
Next year, we are leaving out of Galveston, Texas, and that's a nice line dance region right there. You got Houston, Dallas, Louisiana, Mississippi. You know, that's a nice little line dance region. So a lot of people are jumping on that because they actually can drive to the cruise port rather than flying in. I think we had almost 200 people signed up for next year already. This year, we're leaving out of Orlando, Port Canaveral, and we are going to Turks and Caicos and Dominican Republic.
Okay. So what makes the Line Dance Groove Cruise different than a regular Carnival cruise?
We get to add our spice to it. So, and it's so funny because there's so many in our group. We pretty much take over the regular Carnival stuff too, you know.
Okay.
So like when they do their sell away party and stuff, that's all us. You know, I go to the DJ. All right, don't play that. We're not doing a Cupid show. We gonna do. I give him a list of like 6 or 7 songs. I give him a list of like 6 or 7 songs. Go ahead, play these songs. I guarantee we gonna be dancing. He play the first one and he see hundreds of people hit the floor. And they're like so impressed, like, oh my God, like, you know. Next thing you know, I got the microphone in my hand and then we just taking over their party too. So it's, you know, it's pretty cool when you have a group that size on a public event, you know.
I gotta tell you,
we do have a lot of private events on the ship though. So you paying for the line dance experience also. We do workshops. Morning workshops. We do night parties, things. I think we did last year. We did like a glow party, did a sock party, and then we also get dressed up for Captain's Night. You know, we pick a different color, get snazzy, and take pictures and get you know. And last year we actually introduced something new to the cruise. Well, 2 years ago before the pandemic, we had a review party. When the minions come out there,
they do what? What?
We had a male review.
Okay, explain.
Scrippers. Yeah, Scrippers.
Scrippers
at the host hotel.
No.
It was something new
Scrippers.
Because you know, as you guys know, the line dancer community is a predominantly female thing, right? And so a lot of the the previous cruises, people like, Carlos, ain't enough men on here. Where the men at, Carlos? You know, and so we do 2 days worth of events at the host hotel too. So we do before we even get on the cruise. So it's like an event before the event. So we do pool parties at the hotel. We did a silent party with the headphones, and then luckily we had a female DJ. We had DJ Rara, so she can DJ the male review part.
Yeah, Rara.
She can stay in there with the ladies in the scribbles. But that was a big hit. I was surprised at how many people actually participated in that. And so we'll probably be using that going forward.
I was going to say real quick, I went on a cruise year before last, and you know how the entertainment person said, oh, we're going to teach y'all this new line dance. So I'm all excited. Oh, shit. Boy, they put on a wobble. I like to die. Okay? I like to die. The real He's like, I'm going to teach y'all this new line dance. It is off the chain. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to learn a new line dance to take back to Tampa. Boy, he put the wobble on. I said, you have got to be kidding me.
And that's about our dance. Me and Mom get to sit down with the cruise director a lot before the cruise like sails off, and we can explain stuff like that. We have a lot of new. I'm not even gonna say new. There's a lot of line dances that are easy that the guests catch on to that are not the Cupid Shuffle. You know what I'm saying? And so we you know, let us get up there and we can bring a new back crew because every week they're doing the same program. They do the Cupid Shuffle, the wobble. They start their cruise out. I mean, we was like, look, we can do some easy stuff that's not that. Because people who cruise all the time are used to that. Like if you've been on 22 cruises, you did the wobble and Cupid Shuffle 22 times. Like that's
22 times.
Just what they do, you know, and we were trying to tell them like we can bring something different for you. Let us do what we do.
Right. That's so
wow,
cool.
you got me excited. I'm gonna have to come and check out this cruise.
Yeah.
Queen, we'll have to go soon.
I know. Yes. You said you're a mobile DJ.
Yes.
I just learned that about you.
Before the pandemic, I was doing that. I was only doing line dancing and DJing. That was it.
I mean, you bring the party to the people.
Yes, I could be in a parking lot. I can be in a venue. I DJ on a rooftop. Like on the house. I mean anywhere. Like I can, wherever you need sound and entertainment, I can bring it to you. I specialize in weddings though. That's my primary.
Okay.
All right. So you DJ, you line dance. Are there any other hobbies that you do or enjoy doing outside of?
The pandemic started me up cycling. I had to stay active, and now I'm like, cycling is probably above line dancing right now.
So how far do you ride out?
Well, it started with me dying on 6-mile rides, and now I'm riding over 110 miles, 109 miles.
Oh, you addicted.
I ride on my bike for like 8 hours at a time, you know what I'm saying? So
Jesus.
Wow. Okay.
I just did a ride today.
And so you're an outdoorsman then?
Yes.
Okay, bless you. Go ahead, Zandra.
No, I was wondering, did I happen to come across that you do something with children?
Yes. So the pandemic kind of shut this down too this year, but over the last 7 years, I've had a basketball program that I offer to the community where they play. I offer youth basketball to the community for free. And so kids ages 13 to 17, we can get them off the street on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, you know what I'm saying, and get them doing something constructive. And so I offer a 13-week program. We got 10-week basketball season with practice, camps, and stuff like that to hone on their skills. And then we got playoffs and the championship, and we give out trophies and awards, you know, all that good stuff. And that is all paid for with line dance. So I do line dance fundraisers throughout the year to raise money for the basketball league. You know, we pay for the referees for every game. for their jerseys.
Right.
Like it's not like no rinky dink league. Like we got referees, jerseys. You know, they get their little snacks and treats after the game and stuff like that. And we also mentor. We got a lot of teenage parents in the group. You know, like it's just a big thing that I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
That's one of my favorite things I do actually.
Okay, so you mean to tell me that you hoop?
Yeah, I play high school ball. I ran track and played high school basketball.
All right. So, we also want to just take a little break and just say that for those of you who are listening, if you have a question for Carlos, please call in at the number below, 813-407-1216. And always remember, you can always donate to the Cash App, the THELDC. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, Carlos, what are your aspirations as a line dance instructor, or as a teacher, or as a cruise director? I'm gonna call you a cruise director now. What are your aspirations? What are you? Where do you want to see these things going?
Well, first for myself, I just love to be people's first experience with line dancing. I take pride in that. So I'm a beginner line dance instructor, and I take pride in it. Like, I love my lane. I wouldn't want to change it for the world, because I feel like everybody, a lot of people want to be a teacher, but nobody wants to give props to the kindergarten teacher, right? Nobody wants to give props to the first grade teacher. But somebody got to teach your kids the ACs, you know what I'm saying? And if you take pride in teaching the ABCs, when it's time for your kid to put some words together, they'll be better at it, So when you come to my class and it's your first time line dancing, I want to be like teach you the ABCs. You're going to know what a cheiron is. You're going to know some terminology. You're going to know, you're going to graduate from 2 to the left, 2 to the right to knowing a little bit more, And so, I take pride in that. And we got plenty of instructors in our area that teach advanced, intermediate, and advanced.
The DMV is
if I see a student in my class that's catching the bug, I will pull them to the side and, you might want to check out this class over here, Because what happens is if somebody gets kind of bored or complacent because of not complacent, but bored with what we're doing, it's going to kind of like hinder what's going on here. So I kind of need you to go graduate and go blossom, butterfly. Become what you're going to become. And so, but I have a lot of ladies who don't want to do that. They want to stay where they're at and forever. And I'm cool with that, So I also teach a lot of singers, so it's not but so much growth they're willing to entertain, because they just like want to get out the house, just be active and stuff like that,
Yes.
With line dancing in general, though, outside of myself, I feel like it's too underground, right? So when I say that, a lot of people, when you say line dancing with Black people, they like country. Talking about this and that,
Yes.
And I feel like if it was more commercialized, like if we had sponsors and stuff like that, it would be more of a known thing. Like we need a Nike sponsored line dancer or something, you know what I'm saying? Where we can promote a soul line dance shoe or something like that, or get something out there where people really, when you say line dance, people be like, oh, line dance, But if it's staying underground like it is now, it's never going to be that, and you almost have to get into like a secret society to find out about this world that we're in. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. It should be a big thing,
Well, that's just like this. Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. It's the platform that we bring it to you now, Carlos, that you're on, is to get the line dance instructor together, put our heads together. How can we make this thing commercialized? How can we get it out there? Because you're right. Every time you say line dance, they say, oh, country line dance. No, they said there is another type of line dance. Yes, there is. We teach urban. Yeah. We teach hip hop. Whatever you teach.
my class is a nice size class, right? So people will come to my class and be like, "Oh, okay. I didn't know line dancing was this big." And I'm like, "This ain't big.
Right.
Like, you don't understand outside of these walls how big line dancing really is.
Yes, it is.
And
Right.
for you to be black and not know about it, I feel like that's our, because we don't really promote our stuff like we should.
That's right.
We promote
That's
Nike.
so true.
That's not a black company. We promote.
Uh-huh.
We talk about buying all this other stuff that's not black owned, but we never promote our own. So
That's so true. That is so true.
So,
Go ahead.
so what do you choreograph?
yes, I have about 10 or 11 dances out there in the YouTube world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite?
Probably Meet Me in Miami, only because
I love that.
it was, to see everybody do it on the cruise and down in actual Miami. It was kind of cool vibe, and then people started doing it all over the country on YouTube and stuff. So that was pretty cool to see that too.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Now I taught that in my class a couple of years ago or so. Now down south we get things late, okay? So
Yeah,
it was super new to us, but anyway, the class fell in love with it. I had no idea you
Cool.
did that one.
Mhm.
Nice. Nice.
Cool.
So would you say that was the one that you enjoyed making the most?
well, it was out because it got me excited for the trip. That year, the cruise was leaving
Okay.
out of Miami, so it was like a build up. So every year we pick a dance that we want everybody on the cruise to learn and
Okay.
kind of do a theme around it. So
Okay.
2 years ago we did the Get Up, and we did a cowboy theme, and everybody had
Okay.
the shoes in
Oh,
there,
that was cool.
And so the Meet Me in Miami was kind of like, because we're going to Miami, we're leaving out of Miami, Meet Me in Miami. So when we got down there, it was like, cut it on. You know what I'm saying? It was so much fun, So that's why it was fun, because it reminds me of a time.
Gotcha. I got you.
Okay.
Look, that's just like Karen Stewart. She's watching. She was like, that's one of her favorites, and she will be teaching it tomorrow in her class.
Okay.
All
Sweet.
right.
I appreciate it.
Carlos, now, one thing I want to tell you, you are a guest on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. I hope that you plan resume.
You said add to my resume?
Yes.
Yeah.
That you were a guest on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. Because people take some of the things that we do so little. And like you said, the only way we're going to grow our community is that we work together and all of us start talking about it. Talking about soul
Correct.
line dance, talking about hip hop line dance, whatever it is that we're doing, whatever exact black type we're doing, that we have to work together. And on my resume, it says the founder of Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. Now, to somebody, that might not be important, but you never know when you read your resume, somebody might say, oh, you want Let's Talk Soul Line? Okay.
Correct.
You are famous.
And it's about support, too. It's about support, too.
Right.
Who's going to support?
It is.
Who's going to share it? Who's going to, I actually, even during my event, I support people's platforms. So 410 has a YouTube page.
Mhm.
And when they come on our cruise, I let them interview people. I don't know, because we have over 25 instructors, so there's plenty of people to interview and talk to and stuff like that. So if you were ever to be a part of my event and you wanted to set up in the host hotel or on the ship and do your podcast or interview the instructors or talk to the line dancers on there, I'm all for it, because like you said, it's about the growth of the event. So it's exposure to your podcast and exposure to my event. So it's a win-win. Nobody's losing, nobody's winning, So some people kind of shy away from that because it's not their idea. But I feel like, growth is growth, period. So.
Right. Why reinvent the wheel when it's already invented,
Correct.
Mhm. Okay, just a side note, and we'll come back. I do have a question, and I hope our listeners have been listening, because I want to know, and they got to call in, and we'll give whoever call in, first caller, whatever, to this number with these answers, you'll win something. And the question is, how many people did Carlos have on his first cruise? And what is his ultimate goal, the number of people that he and his mother would love to have? So what was the number of the first cruise, the number of people that he had on his first cruise, and what's the number of people that he and his mother would love to have? Okay. We can go back.
Yes. So call in. We have a prize today for the first one that has the correct answers. So we're going to go into our announcements, like waiting for them to call in. Okay. First of all, if you would like to be a guest on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, then drop us a email to letstalksoullinedance@gmail.com, or you can call us at 813-407-1216. The number's listed on the screen right now. And please subscribe. Please subscribe to our page. That's how we grow, y'all. That's how we all grow. We subscribe to each other. I subscribe to everybody's page. And I would like for y'all to subscribe to ours. It's called Let's Talk Soul Line Dance on YouTube. Okay. Check us out on Facebook also, and like and share. If you like the interview, share it so that everybody can see it. The Line Dance Connection. Oh, wait, I got to tell you something. And it's a secret. You ready for the secret? But I want y'all to tell everybody. You know, we get something bad, we want to tell everybody. I want y'all to tell everybody. The 2021 Annual Urban Dance Symposium will be here in Tampa this year, and it's going to be off the chain. It's October 1st and 2nd, 2021 this year, and it's going to be like that. And Carlos, I heard you say on the cruise, everybody like captains like they like to get dressed up. Well, what we do on Saturday night here is we have evening gowns. The men wear a suit or a tuxedo, and all the ladies wear tiaras or crowns. And this year it's going to be a night at the Oscars. So it's going to be off the chain, and we have a grand time. So, Ms. Zandra, I think that's all the announcements I have right now. Would you like to give us the line dance tips?
Well, one of my favorite is I want you to remember that as you begin to, I too kind of like, I'm a beginner, maybe beginner advanced instructor. And I also love to see when babies come into the class and they'll say, oh, I have 2 left feet. And I'm like, great. I love it. Come on in, because I preach to them repetition is key. If you're serious about line dancing, never give up. Come back the next week and come back the week after. And I promise you, every week you come back, you will get better. You'll realize, wow, I did half of the dance this time. And the next time it's like, I did the whole dance. So always remember, repetition is key.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Very good. That's really a good one. So as we told you before, donations have been accepted via Cash App and PayPal. Cash App is $THELDC. And PayPal is paypal.me/Queen Sheila. And my queen is QWEENSHEILA. All right. And so now we're going to go into our shout outs. Carlos, we do shout outs every week to teams around the United States, well, around the world, because we have some that are out of the United States. So we have Lucy Eatman and Raymond Reiser, fancy dancers out of Las Vegas, Nevada. We have Lucy Eatman, Happy Line Dancers, also Las Vegas. Nikki White, Las Vegas. Darlene Johnson Barney, In Full Effect, Brooklyn Groovers out of Brooklyn, New York. We have DJ Danny, the AAC Professional Dancers out of Mount Vernon, New York. We have Elizabeth Silik, New York Style Salsa out of New York. We have Jackie Snowden Brown and Michelle Harris out of Rock City Line Dancers, Express out of Rochester, New York. Jackie Bain, Line Dancers Rock out of Rochester, New York. Mama Zuma and Fatima, Mind, Body, and Soul Line Dancers out of Albany, New York. And last but definitely not least, Carlos Vieira Jr., founder of the Line Dance Groove Cruise out of Richmond, Virginia. All right. Woo! All right. So, Carlos, would you like to give us some closing remarks, some things you would like to say to the audience?
No, just, share this platform. I actually didn't know about this platform until I seen Ra share it. And
Okay.
that's how it's gonna grow. People kind of just want to put the platform in front of their audience. We all have our
Yes.
own audience. It's about putting
Right.
somebody else's baby in front of people that you think will take care of it.
Yeah.
And I just want to promote sharing this platform. It's a beautiful thing you got going on. It's key.
Yeah.
So you guys, like I said, I started with 88 people on my event, and it grew to whatever, And so I think this will kind of be the same way. Y'all, it start here on this platform, but you might get a deal with BET, and then we watching y'all on TV.
Yes.
So
Claim it,
it's
brother.
about
Claim it.
Speak
consistency,
it.
keeping it going, everybody supporting. And we're talking
Yes.
about making stuff commercial. This might be that platform to make us commercial.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I received that. Your prophet. I received the prophet.
Hey, usually when I say stuff, it does walk out like that. So
Hey, there
we
you
gonna
go.
claim it,
I
right?
received. And it's funny because a lot of people hear something that can help them, and they just be like, "Oh, okay, whatever." And they don't take it serious. Whenever someone says something to me, I take it literally. Like you said, this will be the platform that's going to get us out there. I'm thinking positive about the whole thing. And thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. But we want to
And
thank
it won't be
everyone
the people that you
Expect.
think that's going to help you get there, right? So,
Right.
Mhm.
I reached out
You're
to
right.
a lot of people for my event, and these people that I thought that if I couldn't get them to help me, that I wasn't going to be successful, and
Mhm.
that was totally not
Okay.
true. There's always people
Okay.
out here that just need to see what you have to offer, and they will embrace it
Mhm.
and treat it
Right.
probably like it's theirs. You know what I'm saying? And that's where
Right.
the growth comes from. When somebody outside of what you have embraces your product like it's theirs.
Mhm.
Right.
Some people walk around with Michael Jordans on like they
Oh, yes.
like they get paid to promote
Excuse
them.
me.
And so you want
Yeah.
people to talk about your show the same way they talk about Housewives of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
the same way
Exactly.
they talk about The Walking Dead, or whatever the show is they watch. You
Right.
want them to promote
Yeah.
this show the same way. Think about it.
Yeah.
People who line dance are line dance fanatics. I'm talking about are
Yeah.
crazy about line dance. So how
Yeah.
are you not talking about a line dance podcast? Or how are you not mentioning
Right.
a line dance TV show? Or how are you not if this is what you do, let's
Right.
the name, let's talk about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yes.
and I feel
There
like
you
people
go.
gotta get that in their mindset.
So Carlos, if someone wanted to attend your class, it's on Monday nights, right?
Monday, that's so crazy you said that. So Monday we had Charlene from Denver, Colorado. She dances with Chicago out there, and Mr. Charles.
Okay.
She stopped by my class and danced with me on this past Monday. And then also in the same class, we had Rachel Southern girl from Houston, Texas pop up in my class to dance with us too. And I was just so it was crazy to see people that your Facebook friends or friends, your personal friends from the other side of the country stop in your class on a regular day to dance with you. But yes, my class is on Mondays at 7:30 at a brand new place called Elevate Nutrition Spot.
Okay, Elevate Nutrition Spot. And what's the address so that people, or how can they contact you if they're interested in your class?
You can go to my YouTube page. I mean my Facebook or Instagram page. Like I said, Google me, the Line Dance Prince, and on all my platforms, I post my flyer for the class. And that's how they found it. They just saw it on Instagram or Facebook. Type in the Line Dance Prince, or just follow my personal page. and
Okay.
all the information, address, and stuff is
Will be on
there.
your page. Okay. So if
$2.
you want to attend, if you're in Richmond, Virginia, and you want
Yeah.
to attend Carlos' class, you need to go to the Elevate Nutrition spot on Monday nights at what time?
7:30.
7.
At 7:30, and join him for a class. Hey, you never know. That's how you learn when you travel. When you go someplace new and you pop up and Carlos be like, hey, yeah, I remember you from Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to come
I'm
to your
gonna shout you out
class.
too. I'm gonna shout you out. Let everybody know who you are, where you from, and then me and my mom, we took everybody out for dinner last week. So if you come into town, we're gonna treat you some good food down here, you know, and chop it up, and have some good fun.
There you go. That's beautiful. So all I can say is please like, subscribe, and tell your team and friends about us. If you would like to keep this broadcast going, I already told you about the donations. I am Queen Sheila, your host of Let's Talk Soul Line Dance, and Zandra Hill Costin is our co-host. Zandra, would you like to give us some closing remarks before I do the final?
Actually, I would only like to say, since I guess my question was too hard, Carlos, but I have to let the people know that he started out with 88 people, and his goal, the goal of his mother and himself, is to have at least 1,400 to 2,000 people to attend so that they can feel the entire ship. So, you know what, Carlos? I'm going to come into agreement with you all. And Queen, I'm sure she's on board with me. And all of us, we're going to have to appear. We're going to have to go and make this thing happen.
Yes. Because all of us together, what is it? Together, everyone achieves more. Right? That's what team is. Together, everyone achieves more. So we a team. We a line dance team. Even though you have your class, I have my class, Sandra have her class, but we're all a team. We're trying to get this line dance thing out.
That's it.
I would love to see this podcast on the beach, you know, as we get to our destination. We set our little tables up and stuff, and we got the palm trees in the background, and we just, you know.
Yes. You ain't saying nothing.
That'd be kind of
Yes. So we'll have to work on that. We have to talk offline so we can get some things going. How about that?
Yeah.
And you leaving out of Orlando this year, right?
This year.
Yes, Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, this year. Leaving out Orlando. So all my people down here, we don't have to go that far. So in my closing remarks, go ahead, Sandra.
No, go ahead. I'll let you go ahead and close out.
The closing. No, you want to say something before I close? Okay.
No.
And to Carlos, always remember, you are braver than you believe. You are stronger than you seem, more handsome than you imagine, and you are loved. And I always close with, love is no good unless you give it away. So there's some of mine. Thank you so much for being a guest on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance. We really appreciate you. And it's been grand. So make sure when you go to YouTube, you push that share on Facebook and let all your friends know you were on Let's Talk Soul Line Dance.
Yes.
And we'll do the same about your cruise, okay?
All right. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Okay. Thank you.
Enjoy you too.
You too. Thanks.